Hello everyone. Welcome to LexTech Meet 3.0. My name is Saksham Jain and I'm serving as a moderator for this episode. Today we are discussing the topic of white paper drafting. Today we have among ourselves Mr. Vaibhav Lohani. He is a content creator for Web3 and he has been playing a big role in increasing the brand value for various projects through his works. He has done various freelancing projects for edtech startups like in the Web 3.0 space, and has also been working with some of the big names like Solana and Polygon in the crypto space. Adding on, Mr. Lohani has had a fascinating career whose life turned around during the COVID lockdown. Mr. Lohani started by trying his hands in the CA profession and now working hard for the field of his interest, that is the blockchain space. So it is a pleasure to have you here with us, Mr. Lohani.
Thank you so much, Saksham, for such a warm introduction. It really pleasure having here.
Yeah. Before starting with the first question, Mr. Lohani, can you enlighten us with the new terminology, what a white paper is and why is it important for this space?
Yeah, for sure. In the in a normal scenario when we register a company, so we create prospectus, right? And when we create prospectus, we try to include all the things that are necessary for the investors to know and other stakeholders, right? We include what are our future plans, who can be our competitors, right? And how much capital we need if we are going for an IPO, right? And what are business models, our managements, and what kind of, we also disclose our balance sheet, what kind of assets we have, what kind of liabilities we have, and what can be the future options for our revenue generation, right? In the same way, we can say in the Web 3.0 space, we will need white paper. If you are going for an ICO, or if you are wanted to raise money, so you will issue white paper. In each and every blockchain project, the white paper is like an important thing. Without this, you can't go ahead. So in a white paper, and in a layman language, we can say in white paper we explain future growth of the organization, what we are doing. We explain each and every details of our project. We also explain who are going to benefit from our projects. Is it like, if it is a crypto exchange, so is it the customers or the traders who are going to benefit from our project? If it is a project for developers, so uh, we will say developers are going to get benefit from our project. We will also explain what are the protocols regarding it, and why should you consider our project instead of other projects available in the market using. We we will we will uh, make sure that every stakeholders understand it using white paper, right?
Can we call white paper the main selling point of the project?
We won't say like it it definitely plays a vital role in like selling the project, but we won't say like it is the only purpose of the white paper. The purpose of the white paper is to explain what our project is. It is definitely, if a crypto enthusiast is reading that white paper, and if an investor is reading that white paper, that will surely add points, right? And before investing, everyone will want to understand more about the project, so white paper will definitely help in that. But on the other hand, we should not create it like a pitch. While creating white paper, we should understand we need to explain each and every details. It should not be only with the whole purpose of marketing, but yes, white paper is used to attract investors, to attract other stakeholders, to attract other customers or leads.
Thank you, Mr. Lohani, for introducing our viewers for with what white paper is. So coming on to the first question, can you tell what are the prerequisites a draftsman must consider before writing a white paper?
Yes, for sure. We have already discussed a few while discussing previous question. What is white paper, right? So while writing white paper, first of all, the first thing that comes in the white paper is an introduction. That is where it is not only about white paper. Take any content. I've been in this industry for a very long time now, and I've done various projects. Take any content. If it is a normal blog, or if it is a Twitter thread, or if it is like a project, or an article for a magazine, the headline matters, and after that, 4 or 5 lines matters. And if you can grab the attention of your audience through those 4 to 5 lines, that means the other person is going to read the whole article, or whole blog or report, right? So an introduction is must, and it should made like considering the fact that you want to attract that customer, you want to retain that investor, and you want them to read the whole white paper. So introduction, first of all, it should be crisp, it should be in a simple language, so that the person reading that white paper should feel confident about it. Yes, if I will read this paper, I will definitely understand it. And who is reading those white papers? Particularly in crypto space is new for everyone, right? Everyone wants to learn, everyone wants to know. Some of them are reading, like I also read. Not for the sole purpose of investing, but yes, I want to understand what is the project, right? And if I will feel by reading a few lines or an introduction part, oh no, it is not the thing for me, I won't be able to complete it, right? So I won't read it. I will say, oh, it's really difficult. But if I understand it, if I gain the confidence, I will read that whole white paper. I will discuss it. If a content creator is reading it, so he will discuss it on his social media handles. It's publicity of mouth, right? So and an introduction is a crucial part of a white paper. The other thing that comes in the place, uh, what is the exact problem you are solving? The other part, what is the exact problem you are solving in the web 3.0? In today's world, every company wants to do crypto project because it's very lucrative. It seems like it is gaining huge investors, attracting huge investors, right? But investors, like, not every investors are fools. Like, if you have added the word web 3.0 and blockchain, they will invest in that, right? So you will have to specifically mention what are the problems that you are solving in a simple language. Okay. And then you will have to inform how are you solving. Firstly, what is the problem in the market, then how are you solving it, right? And again, like, how are you solving it? But again, there would be many other projects who are solving the same problem. It is not like you are the only person who thinks that, oh, this is the problem and now you want to solve it, right? There are many layer 2 solution who are which are like aim to solve the scalability problem of ethereum, right? So there are competitors. Now you have to explain how your project is different from other competitors in the market, right? So this is the other thing. The next part that you should cover, you should also talk about who are the people behind this project, because in this market it is all about, like, it is very new for everyone, right? We won't Many of the investors won't be able to understand what is the actual project, but they understand the brand value of the team behind it, the people behind it, right? So you'll have to explain who are the people behind it, what are their past projects, how they got not interested in, but how they face this problem and how they can go ahead with it, right? So it is the problem, it is the other part. And also, like, now it comes a little difficult part. Now you have to explain the protocol. If you will need to burn the crypto tokens, if you will need to, it is a quite complicated part, but if you will read like the above things problem and how they are going to solve it, it will like cover majority, like 70% of the parts that you need to understand as an investor. Then comes the techie part, how the protocol works. There will be some formulas like this, for example, after reaching to certain points, after creating certain blocks, we will start burning our coins, we will start burning our cryptocurrencies to restrict the supply, so that we can what we can say, we can maintain the high value of our token, right? So then it comes the other part. We will say ki how will you use the amount of money that you want to raise. Let's say you want to raise uh, $1 million worth of ether. So how will you use it? You will say, we will use it for the project development. And what have you already done in the project, and now what you will need to do, and we will spend this money to what we will need to do now. You will also explain, if you have existing customer base. You will also explain if you have the network of validators, how many validators you have in your network for your blockchain project. So this is how it goes, and in the end we will conclude it as a summary. So this is how a white paper should be created, and like the the good structure of a white paper.
So at the end of the day, a white paper is an important document. It is the team's
Yes.
unique vision of the product that, and it should be treated seriously.
Yeah, for
So,
sure, for sure.
but is it necessary to register a white paper, be it India or anywhere abroad?
um in legalities, like, I have never seen a crypto project not having a white paper. I have not uh, went deep into if it is legally important in other countries. Like in India, it is very difficult to register your crypto startup, right? So in India, there are like very less crypto startups. But if you talk about countries, other countries, so it will depend on their regulations. But yes, if you are creating a blockchain project, each and every blockchain project has their own white paper. And it is not like you create white paper once. It is again upgraded, yeah, like Uniswap. I was like just reading the Uniswap version 2 white paper. So they upgrade it. They, in upgradation, they will include what are the new features that we have added, what are the changes that we have made in past 2 years or 1 year. So it is like this.
Thank you, Mr. Lohani. So, a white paper is considered as a preamble for a blockchain project. So,
Yes.
what are the measures that an entrepreneur resorts to convey the idea of the project?
See, in a white paper, like you mentioned, it is considered as a preamble for the for the blockchain project. Very true. If you are launching your white paper project, sorry, your blockchain project, white paper is must. It sets the outline, like what you are going to do in next 3 to 4 years or 5 years, and accordingly, the investors will get attracted. You will get the investments. You will get the customers and the leads, other leads, right? So yes, preamble is important, and it should be written in a way that it your target audience is global, not specific to India or America or Singapore. It should be global. So your language should be at a global, for a global audience. And in most of the cases, like in most of the cases, it should be in a very formal language, so that it is visible to read, and uh, it creates an impact in the business world.
So, can I say the simplicity? It's the simplicity that matters in the white paper.
Yes, it's simplicity. Also, like it is, because it is like techie people can understand the code behind it. All the blockchain projects are almost all the blockchain projects um, are free to audit. You can see them, you can view them, uh, view the smart contracts, right? How they are made. But you can only check that if you are a techie person, you can understand the language behind it, the coding language, right? But if I am not a coder, how can I understand that? And for that, I will refer white paper, so that I can easily understand. So yes, it should be easy to understand, but also it is white paper is not for everyone, right? Because like if you are not aware of the basic terminology, so a blockchain project, the people who are writing the white paper won't be able to explain you the basic terminology of this space in the white paper. It should be crisp and simple, as much as we can do, as much as we can make it simple.
Thank you for clearing the question, Mr. Vaibhav. So, next, could you please explain to us what a light paper is and what's the difference between the white paper and the light paper?
Sure, sure, sure. uh do you watch movies?
Everyone does.
Okay. Do you watch trailers like before watching
Uh,
a movie or
yeah, of some movies.
of some movies? Do you watch teasers?
Yes.
Okay. So a teaser is issued or is launched before trailer, right? Trailer in trailer we give glimpse of the movie, but in teaser it is a crisp like we give just a glimpse of like what is movie all about. A recent move like a Shah Rukh Khan has released his teaser for his movie which will be launched in next year. So it is like a very short part. It is so we can say light paper is teaser, white paper is trailer, and movie to abhi baki hai, like the blockchain project is the entire movie. So it works like this. In light paper we try to even simplify the white paper to make it for the general public who are not well versed with too much of the terminology in this space. If you are creating blogs and you white paper is around 26 pages long, 30 pages long, and it has a lot of difficult things, but in light paper we try to make it simpler. We try to make it simpler so that even a layman can understand what is this project all about, and create content around it, can explain to other people. So this is a light paper. And we can also say that there are three levels of investors, stakeholders. First is like individual investors, VCs, and then comes some sophisticated investors like who are like who ask a lot of questions, right? And fourth is crypto geeks who are all about crypto. So for crypto geeks, there are white paper. For sophisticated people who want to understand everything, there are white paper. But for angel investors who are like okay with understanding few basic things, they can refer the light paper and understand the basic outline of this of the project.
So, Mr. Vaibhav, other than we have talked about light paper and white paper. Other than these,
Mhm.
we have seen some other papers in the crypto space. These would be like value papers, brown papers, yellow papers, and so on. So, can you shed some light on these?
See, as I mentioned, like Ethereum just updated its, sorry, not just, it was last year, updated its protocol, right? And if it is, it when it is, it updates it, so it launches different projects. It launches various reports like why they did it and how they did it. So they do it with using these papers. They can name it anything. So yes.
Thank you, Mr. Vaibhav. So the next question I'd like to ask you is about the verbosity that is readily observed in the white papers of the blockchain projects. Can you tell our viewers what measures shall be adopted to prevent it?
Yeah, for sure. See, we have discussed why a white paper is important, right? It can attract a large number of investment in your blockchain project. Why light paper is important? It can attract. It can um, help you do great marketing. Okay, and in all the things, sometimes it happens when you talk a lot, you talk nonsense. So if in white paper you are talking a lot, you are like if you have spoken about something, if you have spoken about how it will work, don't repeat it. Don't use other words to explain the same thing. Try to make it as simple as you can. Try to make it as crisp as you can. If it is a 26 pages white paper, I will understand, I will try to read it. If it is a 50 pages white paper, will you like it is very hectic to read 50 pages white paper. And if I am reading white paper, that does not mean I only have your project, I have other projects to understand as well. So try to make it as simple as you can, try to make it as crisp as you can. And sometimes one line is enough to explain the whole paragraph. So you should consider your white paper like this. Try to explain your entire projects maximum in 26 or 27 or 30 pages maximum. Yes.
So the white paper is like fries, the crispier the better.
Yeah, true, true, true.
So the next question I'd like to ask you is, can you explain to our viewers what is gating a white paper, and is it necessary to get it is it necessary to get the lead generation?
Mm, so, what is gating a white paper? Uh, Firstly, let me tell you the meaning, and then we will move to is it necessary to gate the white paper? So, what is the meaning? If you are taking the contact information of the readers, that is called gating a white paper. Like you will, if you go to some project, let's say Polygon, you want to read their white paper, and you click there, and they ask for your contact information, your social media handle, your email ID, your phone number, and all, right? So it is called gating, gating a white paper. However, I would say a blockchain project white paper is in like various projects, but in blockchain project you should not gate your white papers, because like there are many benefits. If you gate by your white paper, you will have a qualified leads. In marketing language we say qualified leads means they are they are hot customers. Their chances of purchasing your product or investing in your product is way higher than any other normal person, if they have provided the contact information just to read your white paper. That means they are genuinely interested in it. But I would say, why not to gate it? In blockchain industry and in web 3.0 industry, we talk a lot about being anonymous, and then surfing the internet, using the financial services, using the healthcare services by being anonymous. And you are just like discarding this important factor of web 3.0 space. You are taking their data, and what will you do after this data? You will send them email, you will send them regular updates about it, right? And you will try to sell your product. So it hampers your reach. It also hampers this important factor of web 3.0 space. The second thing, when you will gate your white paper, the people will have to give their contact information. How many times have you given your contact information to just read something? It is like, if it is really important, I know it is really important, I will. But if I will feel ki no, it is not that much important, so I won't. I will just skip that part. I won't allow anyone to send me emails regularly and to disturb my space, right? When you don't get your white paper and keep it free, so the discoverability of your white paper increases, the more people will read it. After that introduction, if you have written the right introduction and in a crisp manner that can attract people, they will read your whole white paper, and then they will talk about it, they will share it, right? And if you have put some restriction on it, they won't. If you are again asking for the contact information, they won't share it, right? So it will increase discoverability. Second, more people will read it, more and more people will understand it, and more people will market it. Mouth of publicity, right? uh, Third, if an important person is reading your white paper, like some investors want to remain anonymous unless they commit to the project. Let's say Rakesh Jhunjhunwala now wants to invest in a project. He's a great stock market, like what we can say, like he's a big personality in the stock market. But if he wants to invest in a crypto project, it won't suit his image, right? So he would like to remain anonymous unless he is 100% sure that now he wants to invest it, right? And if you are asking for the contact details, he won't, like he will just skip it. So I would say you should not gate your white paper if you are in the web 3.0 space. If you are in other projects, yes, you can do it, and it will surely help you generate a lot more revenue.
Thank you, Mr. Vaibhav. So, talking about the gating, we don't even read the firewall. articles. It's a different thing reading the white papers.
Yeah,
So, thank you, Mr. Weber, for taking out time and sharing your expertise with us and our viewers. We and the Indian blockchain community both are blessed to have you and people like you in this space.
it is all my pleasure that I could contribute from my side in Vedanic. And I would say, like, I messaged also that you are doing wonderful job, entire Vedanic team. And like, it's really great to see that people are talking about this space. People want to understand it. And let me tell you one more important thing. When I decided to move in this industry, I was a little bit confused if there is money to be made in this industry, because in the end we all need money, right? So if you are like me, like, there is definitely huge amount of money. If you have the right knowledge, you can like make it possible. You can earn unexpected amount that you have never imagined, right? It is also starting for me. I won't say that I have achieved a lot. There is much more to come. But yes, like, the kind of work you are doing, this will definitely help people to understand the blockchain space and the web 3.0 space in much much better manner. So great doing.
Thank you, Mr. Lohani. To conclude this session, I would like to thank our viewers for watching this episode. If you have any doubts, you can always leave them in the comment box, and we will happy to answer. Hope you got some valuable information. And if you like this interview, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any future updates. Thank you.